Hi guys, so today we're going to be talking about equations of circles. So you might have seen this before if you did Algebra 2 before. But yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so the equation of a circle, right? So the fact that a circle is the locus or the collection of all the points in a plane that is equidistant from a given point helps us to create an equation for any circle, right? So suppose our center here is at 3, 2. Any point here, we can call it x, y, can help us to find this equation. Okay? So here, that distance, the radius is 4. So note that I plug in 4 for the distance. Okay? And then since one of the points is the center, right, and it's the location, the distance of all points are 4 away. So square root, we can use this x and y, and then we can use 3, 2 as our other x and y. And from here, to get rid of the square root, we square, and so this gives us the equation of a circle. And so what we notice is that x minus the x value of our center, which we know as h, plus y minus the y value of our center, which we know as k, if we square those, right, it equals our radius, which in this case was 4 squared, right? And 4 squared is 16. And so that is how we get our standard equation of a circle, okay? So with that in mind, we're going to write an equation for our circle, okay? So I'm just going to write the equation again. It's x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals my radius squared. And h and k together as an ordered pair is my center. Okay, and there you go. Okay, so what that means then is if I have this circle with a center at -2, 4, -2 is going to be h, 4 is going to be k. Okay? And if the diameter is 4, the radius is half of that, right? Which means that the radius would be 2. Okay? Then all I have to do is plug things into the equation of a circle. So x minus -2, right, x minus h squared plus y minus my k value, 4 squared, equals my radius, which is 2 squared. I'm just going to simplify that minus and negative to be plus. And then 2 squared is 4. And so here is the equation of my circle. Okay? So why don't you try CYP 1A and 1B and then come check your answer when you're done. Okay, so for 1A, you should have gotten the quantity of x minus 3 squared plus the quantity of y plus 2 squared equals 25. And for 1B, you should have gotten x squared plus y squared equals 36. If you got that right, you can move on to our next example. If not, here is your explanation. Okay? So here, if the center is at 3, -2, 3 is going to be my h, and -2 is my k. Okay? Here, I'm given the diameter, but in my formula, I want radius. So if diameter is 10, radius is half of that, so the radius is 5. Okay? Then all I have to do is plug it into my formula. So x minus h, which is 3, plus y minus k, which is -2, okay, squared, equals my radius, which is 5 squared. Okay, and then all I did is I simplified my minus and negative to be plus, and my 5 squared is 25. Okay? With 1b, the center is at the origin, and the origin has ordered pair 0, 0. So that means h is 0 and k is 0. Okay? And then I have my radius, so then I plug it in. X minus h, which is 0, squared, plus y minus k, which is 0, squared, equals radius, which is 6 squared. X minus 0 is just x, so x squared. Y minus 0 is just y, so y squared. And 6 squared is 36. Okay. Okay, so the next question gives us some characteristics, and then we are going to graph it. Okay, so here a circle with a diameter of 14. Right, so if the diameter is 14, that tells me the radius is 7. Okay, The center is in the third quadrant, so that means it will be here, right? Because it's quadrant 1, 2, 3, 4. So the center should be somewhere here, okay? And then it is tangent to the lines y equals -1 and x equals 4. Okay, so I'm just going to highlight those so that way it kind of gives me an idea. Okay, so here y equals -1 is right here. Okay, and x equals 4 is here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So I want to find something that is both 7 units away here and 7 units away here. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay, so this line here, okay, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, if I go and I meet, that would be here, right? So note 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay? So then it will touch this here only, this here only, and then if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here, okay? And then my graph isn't big enough, but that's okay, right? This would be my circle. So pointy part on the center, and then point here, and then going all the way around. Okay, it's not perfect, but should be touching here. Okay. And so now it allows me to find several things. Okay, so the center here is at 1, 2, 3, -3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is at -3, -8, which that gives me my h and k. The diameter saying that it was 14 let me know that the radius is 7. So now, plugging it into my formula, x minus h, which is -3 squared, plus y minus k, which is -8, and then squared, equals my radius, which is 7 squared. Okay? And then I'm just going to simplify my minus and negative. That would make it plus, so x plus 3 squared. Simplify my minus and negative. That will be plus, so y plus 8 squared. And 7 squared is 49. And there is my equation of the circle. Okay? So why don't you try CYP2 and then come check your answer when you're done. Okay, you should have gotten x minus 5 quantity squared plus y minus 4 quantity squared equals 64. If you got that right, you can move on to our next example. If not, here is your explanation. Okay, so it helped to draw it, so I drew it. The circle is, the center is at 5, 4, so that's here. And then the radius, one of the endpoints is -3, 4, right? So remember, definition of a circle, it's all the points whose distance is that same distance from the center. Okay, so what's the distance from -3, 4 and 5, 4? Well, that's a distance of 8. It made it easy, I could count it. If I couldn't count it, right, if it was diagonal, then you would just use the distance formula to figure out what that length would be. Okay, but in this case it was easy to count, it was 8. So that gave me my radius. And then I just continued graphing the circle because I wanted to, but I don't have to because I already have everything. I have my center, I have my radius. So h plugged in for 5, k plugged in 4, and then radius plugged in 8, and then that's what gave me this. Okay, so now how do we graph a circle? That's easy. We just need the center and the radius. Okay. So here, x plus 2 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 16. Okay. Quite immediately, I know that the center is at -2, -3. How did I know that? Well, since the formula is y minus k, that means 3. Oh, sorry, +3. Yeah. That means 3 has to be k. And if this is x minus h, how did it become a plus? Well, that's because it was x minus the -2, and so h has to be that -2, okay? And if this here is r squared, if r squared is 16, that means r equals 4, okay? So it makes it easy. I graph my center first, so -2, 3. So here's my center. Then, For my radius of 4, I just need to go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, left 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Technically, I could just do one of the points and then just use my compass to make the others, right? And then you can just connect it, but whenever I do that without my compass, it tends to look like this weird pillowy looking thing that looks kind of like this. So I tend to use my compass to get the circle to look a little bit better. So pointy end at my center, the pencil end on one of my 4 points, and then I go all the way around. Whee! And there is my lovely, beautiful circle. Okay. So why don't you try CYP 3A, and then once you're done, come check your answer. Okay, your circle should look something like this. Okay? The center should be at 4, -1. Okay, and then the radius should be 3. So nice and easy. Plot 4, -1. Up 3, right 3, down 3, left 3. Use your compass, swing it around, and there's your beautiful circle. Okay, so now we're moving on to our last example. Okay. So cell phones work by the transfer of phone signals from one tower to another via satellite. Okay. So cell phone companies try to locate towers so that they service multiple communities at the same time. Okay. So suppose 3 large metropolitan areas are modeled by the points 4, 4, 0, -12, and -4, 6. And each unit equals 100 miles. Okay, so in order for my 0, -12 to fit, I'm going to make each square actually equal to 2. Okay. So A at 4, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, so here's A. Okay, B is 0, -12, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, so here will be B. C is at -4, 6, so -2, -4, and then 2, 4, 6, so here's C. Okay? And each unit here equals 100 miles. We want to determine the location of a tower that is equidistant from all 3 cities and write an equation for the circle. So basically, what we're going to do, let me connect these all. Okay. What we're going to do is we want to find, so distance is perpendicular, right, 90 degrees. So what we need to do is we need to find the perpendicular bisector for at least 2 of them. Right? Because if it's 3, it'll all be the same. Okay. So here, this slope is down 1, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So then here's the middle, so we're going to do the opposite. And go, so, sorry, let me write it down. So AC's slope is down 1, right 4. And so to be perpendicular to that, we're going to go up 4, right 1. Okay, so here, up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right 1. Continuing, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, right 1. Okay. So I'm just going to draw this line. There we go. Okay, so this okay. And I'm going to do the same for one of my other lines. So let's do it for AB. Okay, the slope here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then right 2. So up 8, right 2, which is 4. Okay. So then the perpendicular of that would be -1, 4. So the middle would be here. So then it would be down 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So their intersection is at this point, which is at -2, -3. Okay. So intersection of these I can't spell. Okay, intersection would be at -2, -3. So that will be our center. This will be our H and our K. And so now we just need to find the distance from where it is to each of these, okay? Because that will give us our radius. So pick whichever point you want, right? So in the book, they chose A, because 4, 4, I guess, was easy to keep in mind. Okay, so we will just do the same thing. Okay, so square root. So this is the distance from the center to A. Okay, so 4 minus -2 squared plus 4 minus -3 squared minus -2, that's 6. So 6 squared plus 3, 7 squared. This is 36 plus 49. Okay, so 36 plus 49 will give me 85. The square root of 85. Okay. So the radius is a distance of 85. So now plugging in to my formula, x minus h, x minus -2 squared plus y minus k, y minus -3 squared equals my radius, which is square root of 85 squared. Okay. So let's just clean it up. So this will become x plus 2 squared plus y plus 3 squared, and square root of 85 squared would just be 85. And so here is my equation. Okay. Okay, so why don't you try CYP4, and then once you're done, come check the answer. Okay, so this is what you should have gotten. X plus 4 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 16. If you got that right, you can get started on your homework. If not, here is your explanation. Okay, so 3 tornado sirens are placed strategically on a circle around a town so that they can be heard by all of the people. Okay, so this is where the tornado sirens are. Okay, we're going to write the equation of the circle on which they are placed. Okay. So basically, I first started by finding the ordered pairs of each of them. So this is -4, 7, this is -8, 3, and this is -4, -1. Okay. Then I wanted to find, the distance from all of them so that it's equal, right? Which we learned in a triangle, right? This is the circumcenter, which is why I'm finding the perpendicular bisector. Okay. And so this one was easy, right? Because this is a vertical line. So the perpendicular bisector has to be horizontal, and halfway between these two, 7 and -1, is here at the 3. Right, 4 away, 4 away. Okay, so that one was easy. Okay, then this one was pretty easy too. I knew this was half, and this slope is 1. So then the slope would have to be -1. That made it easier. And then the intersection here was also nice. It was -4, 3. So I know my intersection, I know my center is here at -4, 3. Okay. This is h comma k. So the intersection is here at -4, 3. So here's my center. And since it has to teach each one, right, this to here is 4, this to here is 4, this to here is 4. So my radius is 4. Nice and easy. So then x minus h, which is -4 squared, plus y minus k, which is 3 squared, equals my radius, 4 squared. Okay. Minus the negative is plus 4. And then 4 squared is 16, and so there you go. That's it for today. Have a great rest of the day. Bye, guys.